I actually agree with Supes here, and apparently that's an unpopular opinion, so I'm going to explain why I think he is right, and Shuri will need training, or should need training, before she can defeat Namor. So Shuri has always relied on tech in her fights, and that is nothing short of a fact. She always has, and she's never really shown any good sign of like being a good fighter, just that she has good tech. Like in her fight against Killmonger, when the tech clearly isn't working and Killmonger's getting closer to her, she doesn't rely on her hand-to-hand combat. She doesn't do a Black Widow and flips her legs over his neck and takes him down. She instead continues with her tech, and it fails, and she gets thrown aside really easily. The same thing happens with Corvus Glaive in Infinity War. So before she can defeat what we're going to assume is a very skilled, powerful, and experienced warrior being Namor, I think it is safe to assume that, she does need some training. She definitely does. Even despite the heart-shaped herb and like the little bit of potential fight training she would have had, like any Wakandan would have had. But what people have replied to this with is like giving examples of other people that we haven't seen train. For example, Thor in Thor 1 and Spider-Man in Civil War. So I'm going to use those two examples. Starting with Thor, it is made very clear that he is a god, the god of thunder. He is very, very old, like over 1,000. He is extremely experienced. He's had many battles. He's won them all. And like, he's a superhero. He has superpowers and he's had a long time to practice with them. Therefore, it is not a surprise that he can beat up some frost giants. It's made pretty clear that Thor is a capable fighter. Not just because we're shown he can fight, because we are told he can. Now with Spider-Man, we are told nearly straight away in Civil War how strong he is as he catches a 3,000 pound car, whatever it was Tony said. However, it's not the strength that's the problem, because Shuri's going to take the heart-shaped herb, it's the skill. So how was Spider-Man so skilled despite no training? He wasn't. He lost his fight versus Captain America, and he got knocked out by Giant Ant-Man. So if Shuri needs training before she can take on Namor, that is only staying consistent with what's already happened in the MCU with Spider-Man. So myself and presumably Supes would be okay if instead of a training montage, they just explained that Shuri has gone through immense training. However, the training montage is still a cool thing to have. You know, Ant-Man had a fantastic one, and Sam's one mastering the shield was also fantastic. Just think about it.